Hola, organizing gals. Imagine your ideal storage room space. And I have a friend, Lindy Mott, she's an amazing artist, and she imagined a mural in her garage. So she just painted a giant flower mural, and I've never gone crazy and had fun like that. I just have got my garage organized because I wanted to save money, save time, and be able to park my cars in the garage. So try to get excited about getting organized, your storage area. You want to figure out what is your motivation, and every time that you lose a tool and you can't find it and you go to the store, people spend on average every time they step in a store $35. So if you can actually organize your tools, your car supplies, your camping gear, whatever, if you can organize it, then you're not going to have to rebuy it over and over and over. So you're saving money, which saves stress. So it's a great idea to be organized in your storage areas. I had the opportunity to organize a lady who, she had her and her husband and 9 children living in her house. She had no garage, she had a shed, she had 4 closets, and she just didn't have a good organizing system. And so I said, you need more shelves, you really need a garage. But that wasn't in the cards, so we went and looked at the shed. The shed had a big entertainment center in there that just was in there randomly, some tools, a lawnmower, and 1 shelf. So we took everything out. We went and threw the entertainment center on her front sidewalk with a free sign, which was gone in an hour. And I said, we've got to build shelves in this place, in your shed, so that we can take the pressure off of your home. Because, when we organize, we've got to keep the house 20% empty so it's prepared for new growth, and the house is already full. So we need to create shelves, and so we can take anything out that's not used at least daily or weekly. So anything that's used monthly or yearly needs to go in the shed. So she paid a neighbor $150 to build these great 12 shelves, and then she got 50 containers of camping gear, canning supplies, Christmas decorations, everything she used monthly or yearly, and she put it inside her shed, and it took the pressure off of her home. It was awesome. So that's what you're trying to do with your long-term storage area, is take the pressure off your home so you can just enjoy your home, and your storage area can be kind of like your little store where you don't have to go to the store, you go in there and you get your hammer. So next is the 3rd step, which is assess. Assess the piles, the personalities of your team, your family, and the purpose of the space. So the piles, you just look at where are the piles and why are the piles there. So is it because there's no home for your items? Is it because there isn't enough shelving? Figure out, talk to your buddy, talk to your husband, say, why do you think that this pile is here? Or, someone who's not going to get really emotional. So maybe don't talk to your husband about it. Talk to your buddy. So next you look at your personalities of your family. Like, what will they do? Like, will they put basketballs away in a really complex system, or do they need a simple system like a bin that they can just, like a giant garbage can they can just throw in the basketballs, the soccer balls, the frisbees? Or can they actually do a different system that's a little bit harder, like opening a cupboard and pulling out a drawer and putting something in it, okay? And then you look at the purpose. What's the purpose of your storage area? What are you trying to accomplish? And then the 4th thinking step is note down regions. In this step, you put your like items with like items. So say you have sports equipment. You put all the sports equipment in one area of the garage. Say you have car supplies. You don't put it in 4 different areas of the garage. You put it in one area, like items with like items. And one other thing you can do with your regions is, you draw a little region map, and you can draw out your plan, and then instead of going straight to making permanent labels, like I make labels just with a big marker, or I print on a computer and then I just tape on my wooden shelves with packing tape, just so it says camping gear, so everyone knows that is the camping shelf. But what I do first a lot of times is just write camping gear on a post-it note. And then I just go around the room, the garage, and with post-it notes, I'll put up like 10 different post-it notes and then organize everything and then put permanent labels on at the end, because say I want to move my post-it notes, it's super easy to move my post-it notes. So the next step is you're into the action steps. That is the determine containers. So your containers in your storage area could be pegboard with little hooks. It could be shelves. It could be like 2 trash cans, one that you could put like miscellaneous wood in that you're saving, and one full of sports equipment. So those are your containers. You figure out what are the containers that will work in your space and you still can park your car in there. You need to have containers. You can't have, if you don't have containers, people will not respect the space. They'll just put their basketball, you know, they'll set it on a shelf, then it'll roll off, and then you'll just be like, why didn't you guys keep this clean? I told you to do this. They need containers. You can get cardboard boxes or go to Walmart or the container store, and you can get containers. You label it basketballs, frisbees, you know, so it's easy for your family to put things away. Step 6 in the I Can Do It organizing guide is organize. And the secret to organizing is to stay in the space you're organizing. And so what you need to be able to do that is the time, the team, and the tools. So you need the time. So are you trying to do this on a day when you really can? You know, maybe Saturday morning is the best time to do this because everybody's rested and you've got workers for 4 hours, and then you just tell them, hey, we're going to organize the garage for 4 hours or 2 hours, and then you guys can go play, but you guys need to help me finish the garage. When we did this, we only got half of our garage done in 4 hours, and we had the team because we had me and my husband, we had 2 children and 1 or 2 neighbors, and they were our runners coming back and forth, taking everything out of the garage so we could hose out the garage and really clean it, and then put everything back in the garage, label it. So we did it over 2 Saturdays because children really want to know, when is the light at the end of the tunnel? When can you be done working? When do you get to play? And so we cut the garage into two days, and that worked well. So, and the tools when you're organizing that you need are like, you need your labeling supplies, and then you need your speed sorting boxes, which I use the TOADS speed sorting box acronym, which is trash, other room, action box, donate, and storage. And you really actually probably don't need the storage box when you're organizing your storage room, because that is the storage room. So, you know, throw everything away you can in the trash, take things to the dump. I mean, really try to make it so that your garage is 20% empty, so that it can be prepared for some growth if you buy something that will bring more joy into your home. And then the other room box is for things that go maybe back in the house. Instead of telling a child to run this and then you lose that child and he never comes back, you know, actually just put it in the other room box, and at the end, then put it away. Have, you know, the team put it away. Then the action box is anything that's like, oh, we have to do this today. But instead of doing it right now, you do it at the end. And then the donation box is just for everything that's still, you know, got enough life in it that you can actually donate it to a thrift store. Then, you know, we're recycling and blessing other families. So, and my one tip here is do not have a garage sale. Garage sales, they take at least 3 Saturdays. They're stressful, and you don't get that much money for them. Maybe $100. I mean, just let your stuff go. Bless the world. It's called the law of flow. There is enough in the world and to spare. So just let your things go. Bless other families, and other things will flow back to you when you need them and when you want them. So try it. Don't have a garage sale, just use the law of flow, let things flow out, and then things will flow back into you. So then the next step is step 7, inscribe. So this is the labeling step. This is where you label each of your shelves and maybe your boxes. So I have a list in my book, the Organize Your Joy Workbook, the Mom's Complete Organizing Guide. On page 66 to 67, it shows photographs of how to organize your garage. And then on page 86, it has all the different region ideas and categories so that you know what are some great region ideas for your garage. Like maybe you have a drywall box, maybe you have a painting box, maybe you have the battery and light bulbs box. So you just label your boxes so people can put things away, you can find things. You don't have to run to the store and waste money on things you don't need. You know, the more you can avoid going to the store, going to Amazon, the more money you will have. So avoid shopping at all costs if you can. And the last step is train to maintain. So the amazing thing is the lady that we helped, we helped her get organized in 90 days, and she got organized enough that she felt like she could invite more people into her home, which was amazing. And so, start with, I didn't have you start with your long-term storage. I started you with your thinking desk and the bathrooms to teach you these organizing principles in small spaces. The storage room is the biggest and the hardest, besides the kitchen. And so those rooms, you need to be patient with yourself, make sure you have the team, the time, and the tools, and you can get your storage, your shed, your garage organized. So good luck, get your team. This is Krystal Meldrum with OrganizeYourJoy.com.